If there's one cactus capable of surprising even the people who think all cacti look the same, it's the Echinopsis. Behind that simple, spiny, and often small appearance hides one of the most spectacular blooming plants in the world. Some varieties produce flowers so large they almost seem impossible for the size of the cactus itself. Flowers that open during the night like a secret show of nature and last only a few hours before fading away. What's even more incredible is that these plants can spend months looking quiet, discreet, almost unnoticed, until one day they explode with color and become the center of attention in any space. And although they may look delicate or difficult to care for, the reality is completely different. Echinopsis is one of the toughest, most rewarding, and easiest cacti to grow, perfect both for beginners and for collectors who love exotic plants and breathtaking blooms. The Echinopsis genus is native to South America, especially regions of Argentina, Bolivia, Paraguay, Brazil, and Uruguay, where they grow in dry, arid environments with temperatures that can change dramatically between day and night. These conditions allowed Echinopsis to develop an incredible ability to adapt by storing water inside its tissues in order to survive long periods of drought. Its name comes from Greek and roughly means hedgehog-like, due to the rounded, spiny shape many species have when young. One fascinating thing about Echinopsis is how much it can change over time. Some varieties start completely round and compact, but as they mature, they develop more elongated shapes or even short columns. Others remain small throughout their entire lives but produce massive amounts of offsets around the mother plant, creating beautiful clusters. But what truly made Echinopsis famous around the world are its flowers. And we're not talking about small or subtle blooms. Many varieties produce gigantic flowers that can actually be larger than the cactus itself. Some are white, others pink, yellow, red, orange, or even stunning blends of multiple colors. Their petals often look silky and elegant, and many varieties release a pleasant fragrance, especially the night-blooming species. Some flowers open only at night in order to attract nocturnal pollinators like moths and bats. Imagine waiting weeks for a flower bud to appear, and then waking up one morning to discover a massive flower fully open as if it had appeared by magic overnight. That is one of the most exciting experiences for any cactus lover. One of the reasons Echinopsis became so popular is because, unlike many exotic plants, it doesn't require complicated care. In fact, the biggest mistakes usually happen because people care for it too much. This cactus loves light and needs plenty of brightness to grow properly and bloom. Ideally, it should receive several hours of gentle sunlight every day, especially morning sun or late afternoon light. Outdoors, it thrives in terraces, patios, balconies, and bright gardens. And while some varieties can adapt indoors, they still need to stay close to windows with plenty of natural light. One very common mistake is assuming all cacti can survive in dark corners away from sunlight. They may survive for a while, but slowly they begin to stretch, weaken, lose their compact shape, and eventually stop blooming altogether. When an Echinopsis receives the right amount of light, the difference becomes obvious. Its growth stays compact, the spines become stronger, the colors more vibrant, and the plant stores enough energy to bloom beautifully. In darker conditions, however, the cactus slowly weakens even if it still appears alive. That's why lighting is probably one of the most important factors for successfully growing this plant. As for climate, Echinopsis loves warm and dry conditions. It tolerates heat extremely well, even very high summer temperatures, as long as it has good ventilation. However, it can also handle some cold, especially species native to mountainous regions. What it does not tolerate well are strong frosts or excessive moisture during cold weather. In fact, a cool and dry winter rest often helps stimulate blooming during spring. That short resting period allows the plant to store energy and later bloom more intensely when warmer temperatures arrive. Now, if there's one thing that can kill an Echinopsis quickly, it's overwatering. Like all cacti, this plant stores water inside its tissues and is naturally designed to survive long drought periods. Most people lose their cacti not because they underwater them, but because they water them too often. Watering should only happen when the soil is completely dry. And when you water, it should be done deeply until water drains out through the drainage holes. After that, the soil must dry out completely before watering again. During hot seasons, it may need water every week or every 2 weeks depending on the climate, but in winter, watering should be reduced drastically. Some people almost stop watering entirely during the coldest months. The problem with excess moisture is that the roots begin to rot. And the dangerous part is that the damage often starts inside before the plant shows visible symptoms. By the time the cactus becomes soft, dark, or starts smelling bad, root rot is usually already advanced. That's why proper drainage is absolutely essential. And speaking of drainage, the right soil mix can make an enormous difference in the health of an Echinopsis. This cactus needs a very airy and loose substrate. Dense soil retains too much moisture and eventually suffocates the roots. The ideal mix includes cactus soil combined with mineral materials such as perlite, coarse sand, pumice, or volcanic rock. The faster the water drains, the better. The goal is to recreate the natural conditions where these cacti grow, places where water disappears quickly and roots never stay wet for too long. The pot also plays an important role. It should always have drainage holes. Clay or terracotta pots work especially well because they help moisture evaporate faster. Repotting is usually done every 2 or 3 years, especially when the cactus has completely filled the pot or the soil has lost quality. Many people also take advantage of repotting time to separate offsets and create new plants. And one of the best things about Echinopsis is how easy it is to propagate. Many species produce small offsets around the mother plant. These baby cacti can be carefully separated once they are large enough. After removing them, it's best to let them dry and callus for 1 or 2 days before planting, since this helps prevent rot. Then they can be placed into dry soil and left without watering for several days. Over time, they develop roots and begin growing as independent plants. Echinopsis can also be propagated from seeds, although this process requires more patience. Still, many collectors love growing them from seed because it allows them to create unique hybrids with incredible colors and shapes. When it comes to fertilizing, many people believe cacti barely need nutrients. But the truth is that proper feeding can greatly improve both growth and flowering. During spring and summer, you can apply cactus fertilizer once a month, preferably one low in nitrogen and richer in phosphorus and potassium. This strengthens the plant and encourages blooming. Too much nitrogen, however, can cause weak, overly soft growth that becomes more vulnerable to disease. Even though Echinopsis is usually very hardy, it's not completely free from problems. Mealybugs are one of the most common pests. They often hide between the spines and slowly weaken the plant. Fungal problems and rot can also appear when there is too much humidity combined with poor ventilation. That's why it's important to inspect the cactus regularly and act quickly if you notice unusual spots, soft areas, or color changes. Now let's talk about some of the most beautiful and popular Echinopsis varieties. One of the best known is Echinopsis oxygona, famous for its huge pink or white flowers. It's a round cactus that produces many offsets and blooms abundantly when given enough light. Its night flowers are absolutely spectacular and often release a soft fragrance. Another popular variety is Echinopsis subdenudata, also known as the domino cactus. This species has a more elegant and compact appearance, with small white dots covering a dark green body and massive white flowers that create an incredible contrast. Then there's Echinopsis camasarius, commonly called the peanut cactus, a completely different variety with long, finger-like stems covered in soft spines. It produces extremely vibrant orange or red flowers and tends to bloom heavily during spring and summer. Another fascinating species is Echinopsis pachanoi, better known as the San Pedro cactus. Unlike the previous varieties, this one develops tall columns and can reach impressive sizes over the years. It produces huge white flowers and grows much faster than many other cacti. And finally, there's Echinopsis eriacea, famous for its elegant giant white flowers that often bloom at night and transform the plant into an incredible visual spectacle. Something truly fascinating about Echinopsis is that there are thousands of hybrids created by collectors around the world. Thanks to this, there are now plants with gigantic flowers and intense colors and unique combinations that almost look unreal. Some hybrids have fluorescent petals, stunning gradients, and massive blooms that seem straight out of a movie. And the best part is that many of these plants are still easy to care for, hardy, and perfect for growing at home. Echinopsis proves that cacti can be much more than simple hardy plants. They are full of personality, capable of producing some of the most breathtaking flowers in the plant world while remaining incredibly easy to care for once you understand their needs. So if you love exotic plants, spectacular flowers, and low-maintenance species, Echinopsis will probably become one of your favorite cacti. And if you want to keep discovering beautiful, easy-care cacti that are perfect for indoor spaces, make sure to watch the next video where I talk about a list of flowering cacti that are ideal for growing inside your home. I'm sure you're going to love it.